Hello everyone, we are Paula Galvis and Juliana Vergara. Today we are going to talk about our project. The topic is focused on nonverbal communication, exactly on olfatics, since according to John F. 2013, smell is one of the most powerful senses in nonverbal communication. Through it, we get a lot of information, but from the past, since a smell can bring back memories of our childhood and emotions, and from the present be detecting environmental hazards such as smoke or moisture. And this type of nonverbal communication is called olfatics. To make this project, we found an interesting video because in our culture there are certain stereotypes about the aging of French people that can clearly affect communication. We decided to do a research on this topic, and therefore we have two different perspectives. Firstly, a video where French people are interviewed in order for them to disprove these stereotypes about their aging, and on the other hand, a study conducted by the Institute of Opinion and Marketing in France and abroad, which concludes totally different things.
According to the video published by the Easy French 91 page on November 9, 2019, we took 4 fragments in which French citizens answered the question. It is true that the French do not bath very often.
Est-ce que c'est vrai que le français ne se lave pas ou peu?
Je pense pas. Je crois qu'il y a eu des études qui montraient que justement c'était pas du tout les pires et qu'il y avait en revanche il y avait des pays où la moyenne était à 1,1 ou à 1,3 douches par semaine, ce qui vraiment je trouve ça un peu choquant. Mais c'est vrai que quand on prend les transports en commun et notamment le métro, on peut se rendre compte quand même que le Parisien et le Français n'est pas celui qui se lave le plus à mon avis dans l'Union européenne.
On nous dit qu'on... On a aussi entendu que les Français se lavaient pas beaucoup. Est-ce que c'est vrai?
Oula, perso, moi je me lave au moins une fois par jour.
Bah ouais,
je pense que...
C'est vrai que j'ai déjà entendu, mais...
Après c'est peut-être la manière dont on le fait, mais en soi c'est normal comme tout le monde, quoi.
Je sais qu'on passe pour des cons.
Et est-ce que c'est vrai que les Français puent ou qu'ils se lavent pas?
Non, pas spécialement. Non, c'est pas les pires.
Parce que c'est juste le métro qui donne cet effet.
Au fait, c'est vrai du coup qu'on dégage une forte odeur ou qu'on se lave pas?
Bon, pour le coup, je pense pas que ce soit vrai. Hein.
Ouais.
Non, bon, ça me paraît pas être. Non, pas du tout.
Et les croissants?
Where we can analyze that according to them, it is simple and an erroneous perception and stereotype that people have of the French culture. They consider that it is thought that it is not correct because they affirm that they do bad. They recognize that it is a very common stereotype, but they even affirm that this concept is only due to the smell that people know about subways, and that this can generate this kind of misunderstanding. This type of myth can be seen reflected and originated in our perception of smell, because the smell is what allows man to begin to interrelate with the outside world, since the sense is the first exchange relationship of the human being, because it consists of uniting with himself a substance of the world and through it perceive it.
On the other hand, a study realized by the Institute of Opinion and Marketing in France and abroad about hygiene of French people. As a first factor, this study shows that 25% of French people don't bathe every day. To add, hygiene practices are not only limited to bathing, but also to hand washing as a daily practice, and according to this report, less than 30% wash their hands after having taken a common transport. Moreover, an important factor shown by this study is that 27% of French people don't change their underwear on a daily basis. Specialists affirm that the hygiene of the French is a public health issue. Exactly 73% of men don't change their underwear daily, and 93% of women don't change their underwear daily. Finally, according to IFOP, only 3 out of 4 Frenchmen bathe every day. In this category, women are more fond of water than men. 81% of women bathe every day compared to 71% of men who do so every day.
We can conclude how the individual idiosyncrasy that translates into a greater or lesser tolerance towards certain others' response to personal experiences that cause some others to be recognized as more unpleasant than others. These preferences may also depend on the aesthetic refinement of some people's sense of smell, as well as their culture. We know that the anthropology of the sense is primarily concerned with how the pattern of sensory experience varies from one culture to another according to the meaning and emphasis assigned to each of the perceptual modalities. It is also concerned with tracing the influence that such variations have on forms of social organization, conceptions of the self and the cosmos, the regulation of emotions, and other domains of cultural experience.